That's right. That's how I start my shows. I just give you a big crazy grin, like a insane person, or like a fascinating person. Welcome to the Bob Doyle Show. Okay, you did that already. Be sure to subscribe if it is a subscribable thing for you to do, and click that bell. That animation's a little bit outdated. YouTube keeps changing stuff.
It's the Bob Doyle Show.
Once again,
It's the Bob Doyle Show. It's the Bob Doyle Show.
here's the baby.
It's the Bob
Vicky
Doyle
and
Show.
Valerie. Vicky and Valerie. Now we need Viv and Vera and Veronica and Victor and Vuva. I found my glasses. Guess where they were? If you said right next to me, you'd be correct. So I just spent the last 20 minutes of my life, the one I've got on this planet, messing around with this show, basically so I could do this and this, because somehow over the past couple of days I screwed it up. Isn't it fascinating, Terry? Now, Terry, uh-oh, that's not good. Hold on, let's see if I can fix that real quick. Come on. Still not great. Terry was listening to the Under a Tree broadcast. Now, of those of you who know... Oh my God, this is just applause central. You guys could not be happier. But Under a Tree, the return of Under a Tree, the sort of the sideshow, Bob. What? Did you see what happened there? Under a Tree is the sideshow Bob. Sideshow Bob. Come on. Who's with me? All right. So anyway, Terry was with us under a tree last night, which is this broadcast that I generally do when it's not a million degrees outside here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And yesterday it wasn't a million degrees, so we went out to the park. And you can find that broadcast, Under a Tree, which, yes, that Under the Sea has been in my mind ever since Terry brought that up yesterday, that would be... That's not good. I have to fix that. Something came in here and wreaked havoc on my show. See, I have to, like, put my head there so it doesn't... You know what I'm saying? So that it doesn't look quite so bad. So Under a Tree, broadcast, Exploration Peak Park. We generally... What I like to do is butt that show up against sunset. See? So if you know what's going on sunset-wise... I just totally screwed this show up. This is a technical nightmare. Technical nightmare! But, hey, sometimes you have nightmares. And guess what? You almost always wake up from them. I said almost. Spooky, right? Not nearly as spooky as... Well, I'll just stop right there. I have to take... Will you just... Look, I just want a sip of coffee. Let's all take one together. Do you have yours? Good. That's great. You don't have to make that sound. Whatever I'm seeing is not visible here. Yeah, Look, see this right here? See that? That is the background of my... second monitor. You're not supposed to see that. That's supposed to be cropped off. You're supposed to see the tree. Oh, wait a minute. No, you only see it if I go to comments. There you go. Right? And by the way, this tree is barely moving. All right, I don't know what I'm talking about. I've lost it. Ajay is here, but elephants are Terry's favorite animal. That comes as no surprise to any of us here, although we're happy about it. How happy? Asked and answered. We are churning away at the central processing unit on this computer. For some reason, these hearts that I have to give myself because YouTube doesn't have a heart system. And I'm not sure what you all are doing on Facebook. Whether you're hearting or liking or laughing or scowling or sad-facing. Why would you sad-face the Bob Doyle Show? Well, when it ends, right? Like when it gets to be like 5 minutes till the end, which, in an ideal world, it would be a set time, like, I don't know, 9 o'clock or even 8:30. But sometimes I just end it when I want to end it. Some of you might be saying, have you even started it yet? Fair question. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to fix this, because if we don't, it's going to make me crazy. Now, this isn't the first time we've done some, behind-the-scenes stuff on the show, like technical show prep on the show. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last. Although what generally happens is I freak out, and I forget how to do everything I need to do. So let's see if I can move this over. There we go. See? Did you see what happened there? Now let's see if I go to the comment. Now it's working. And what did that do? That took like 15 seconds out of my life and yours. Ugh, sorry. Should have asked about that, I guess. But now that won't bother me. Because you see, now, did you see the difference before and after? It's because I added this new background this morning, last minute, like everything else about this show lately. Ajay is asking how I did set up. Well, all right. So now those of you who watched the show last night under a tree were introduced to a regular contributor to the show in the chat room, although she has not contributed yet. But that's because she's freaking busy, and she's doing stuff to help me get through this show. We met Tracy yesterday, remember, under a tree? She won the prize pack. So Tracy is loading my area here with various things that I could talk about. Props I could show you. I want to show them that, but I want my piece of the pie. Because see, there's this thing right here on the floor that if I show you, I promise you're going to be, where do I get one? Nori's here, ladies and gentlemen, and she's sending her hearts. It's too bad she can't make them purple, but it's okay. I bet she could. Come on, Nori, you can make them purple. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. What am I talking about? Elephants? Right. So elephants are big. They're mammals. Some people think they're reptiles because they, because they can change color. And they live in the desert. These are fun facts that you need to know. That's why this show was voted number 3 on the surprisingly educational live stream show list, in parentheses, for children. Because you can learn fun facts like elephants are not reptiles. There, we got the purple hearts from Nori. Terry is mentioning Butter Rum Lifesavers because that's part of the prize pack at the Under a Tree. Now, Under a Tree, as I was saying, is a live thing we do at Exploration Peak Park, and I give away a prize pack to anybody who walks up, taps me on the shoulder, and says, I'm here for the prize pack, or something similar. And Tracy was there last night, so she got a partial prize pack, the PPP as we call it. There she is. Yes. She was going to do it again, but I really am unprepared this time. This time the prize pack would consist of the wooden frog, which I think is a pretty good prize, because I defy you to find one within the next 2012, whatever. Oh, look. Now don't, everybody relax. This is all good fun. This is a Nerf gun, which, by the way, you know how they got the name Nerf? It's friend backward. So recently last week I talked about helping someone move. Well, that was Tracy. And during the course of that, all sorts of things were uncovered, as she has 2 children who had toys at one point in their lives, and this is one of them. And now I've got them. Weird. I mean, fascinating. I never owned a Nerf gun as a child. My mother was, anti-violent. That's not true at all. She was the most violent woman on the planet. Still is. She's like the freaking Tasmanian devil. You walk into her house. Expletives. That's not true. My mother. My mother has sometimes caught this program. Anyway, so look. That thing went crazy, almost hit Tracy after a ricochet. But even if it had, it's a Nerf. Friend backwards. Oh, see that? Now, the real trick would have been if she could have thrown it and it would have landed right back. And now we're ready to go with the next one. We also have some with suction cups on it. You guys having fun? Okay. Now, the other day I showed you this, remember? What's the most outrageous thing you saw today? No, you don't remember because you didn't watch the announcements. Look, I show up here over and over and I give and I give and I give. There's no value to it, but I give. And sometimes you receive, and sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't. Because. Anyway, so what was my point? Who knows? It's hard to say. Tracy, you were listening. What was my point?
You didn't have one.
Come on. I think I was saying something. All right. Well, Nerf guns. I don't know. So the show is called Fascinating today because one of the things we talked about last night at Under the Tree at the end, it was kind of the addendum. We were almost closed out. We had gone to the 32-minute mark. This is, by the way, you can fact check this by just going to my timeline on Facebook and finding the last Under a Tree. If you're watching on the Bob Doyle Show page in Facebook, then you'll see very clearly that it is under this. We were talking about this. This is the learning point. Now, boys and girls, look, there's Tracy. She's joined us virtually in the room, as well as physically. Here's something she brought me. Obviously, it's a toy lawnmower, right? For the Fisher-Price Purpleville playset. Right? Or maybe it's a tiller. The Hun. How does he do it? That is the worst. That is the worst laughing sound effect ever. It starts like after it already starts. Like it's... Oh. Well, that kind of worked. Anyway, I think this is some sort of... Yeah, that's what this is for. It's a third eye tiller, right? You know how sometimes your third eye is just all clogged up because of the fluoride in your toothpaste and the water and all that stuff, right? Your pineal gland is calcified or whatever they say. This energetically infused spiritual something or other will get into the third eye and break up all that calcification so that you can have all of your third eye benefits. Things like clear intuitive messages from the universe in response to your visualization exercises. You're doing those, right? I am Bob Doyle from The Secret. So, speaking of that, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to an event coming up here in Las Vegas. That's right, we're throwing an announcement / commercial right in the middle of things. You know, some shows have commercials, and this one normally doesn't. Oh, Jeffrey has corrected me and said this is a beard trimmer. Jeffrey Miller, also under a tree last night. So I think it serves double duty. It clears the third eye and it trims your beard. Or at least neatens it up. I don't know if it trims, because honestly, these are like just sort of a hard rubber thing. So there's no blades in it. But what if there was a switch, I went like this, and then just spikes came out? That's like for when your third eye is really like you haven't taken care of it in a couple of seasons. It's all overgrown with, whatever they get overgrown with. So I am getting piled up with toys here to share with you over the course of this time. But let's go back to this No More Secrets live event right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Law of Attraction-y, and it's Bob Doyle-y. Well, it's me for sure, for 2 hours at the Las Vegas Enlightenment Center. Doesn't that sound comfy? Cozy? It is. It's a really cool space. We're going to cram about 50 of you people in there. Oh, like this. Not really. You'll be comfortable. So you go to bobdoyleshow.com/secret event, and then you'll learn all about it. And then you're going to do whatever you got to do to get here on September 23rd of this year, which is just a couple of weeks away. So, and look, it's Vegas. There's all kinds of stuff to do. You can come here, watch me, and get something to eat. There's like 7 restaurants here. I'm not even kidding. So please come to that and check that out. I'm not prepared with, showing you the page or anything like that because I spent the last 20 minutes trying to fix my mistake from yesterday. Just trust me, though. Just imagine, all right, what's the coolest thing Bob Doyle could do in 2 hours? And that's what I'm going to do. That's right. It's kind of a create your own adventure thing. We're going to test your manifestation skills. You're going to create the event in your mind first, and you're going to live through it. Then you're going to show up, and it's going to happen. I can't guarantee that. What am I talking about? I've gone fascinating, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sorry. So, as I started to say before, the culture that we live in. Hold on. Crap, there's no... I broke my music. Oh well. The culture that we live in today is obsessed with calling things crazy and insane. Now, those of you who were under a tree last night are going, oh, this again? God, boring. Click. I already know where he's going with this. Hey, you ever watch your favorite show twice? You ever seen a movie twice? Come on. It's like we're reliving the magic. In fact, those of you who were there last night, you should feel like special because you were in the know. I knew this first. In fact, if you were there last night, I want you to type in the comments, I knew this first. Please do this for me. Just, come on. I can't. I'll give you a prize pack if you do it. But you got to come claim it. You still got to follow the rules. Come in, pat me on the shoulder. We have, I'm going to show you a sample of the prize pack. I'm going to show you exactly what Tracy won last night. And then I'm going to show you something that cannot go in the prize pack. And I'll tell you why. All right. So first of all, she received a butter rum lifesaver. Now, Tracy, you were dubious at first. Is this correct?
Indeed.
Indeed, she says. And then you ate it in front of everybody, right?
Yes.
And then what were your thoughts then?
Yum.
Yum. And that's why it's in the prize pack. Nori is a team player and wrote, I knew this first. Now, Terry certainly should write that because she was there. Jeffrey had popped in a little bit. All right, so that's the first thing. The second, of course, the wintergreen lifesaver. Here you go. Here. Oh, that's right. Elephants can't eat lifesavers. It's weird. They can eat peanuts with the shell, but they can't. I don't know why. It's science, I guess. Pardon me. So, now a third member of the prize pack squad is Werther's Original. However, I ain't got none. I ate them all. Because they're good. See, I get prize packs whenever I want. That's the beauty of creating the prize pack. My house is just one big prize pack. Would you agree, Tracy?
Indeed.
She likes to say the word indeed. Let's see if I can finish a thought. We are obsessed with calling things crazy and insane. Like, how was the festival? It was insane. It was crazy. How are you doing? Oh my God, my life is crazy. Right? Everybody with me? If you're with me, type, I am so with you, I can't even believe it. Please type that. I just want to see that on the screen. I'm so with you, I can't even believe it. And those of you who watched last night, Terry and so on, well, it's kind of early. But we invited you to notice in the real world how often you hear people say something is crazy or insane, out of control, chaotic, any of these. It's just become part of our culture to call things that. And guess what? Perhaps you've heard of this little thing called the law of attraction. Be sure to come to the No More Secrets live event right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, September 23rd, 2019. We'll talk all about this stuff. I bet you I'll bet you I'll bring this up then. And then you'll be able to raise your hand in the middle and go, I knew this first. Just like Nori did. All right. I am so with you, I can't even believe it, says Louisa and Nori. Guys, mwah! I'm sending you hearts and likes right now. I wish they could be purple. But they can't. Yet. All right. Oh, and Tracy also said it. Sorry. She said it actually before everybody else. Terry has now said it. So we've got 4 people so with me that they can't even believe it. All right, so you know that we say the world. So what we've decided, Tracy and I have made this new law for the world, by the way. From this point on, all shall say the word fascinating instead of crazy, insane, chaotic, whatever. Oh, and you must talk like this, too. All of us, no matter how high your voice. Come on now. Type in the comments with this accent. I don't know how you're going to do that. But how cool would it be if some of you knew how to type phonetically, where if I read it exactly as you typed it, it would have an accent to it. Whew. That's a skill. You do that, I don't know. I don't even know. So I'm inviting you to notice. Bob, homework? I thought it was Bob Doyle Show. It is, and sometimes there's homework. Invite you to notice how many times you or someone you love or hate, don't hate, it's a waste of energy. Just be annoyed. Oh man, I did not finish this prize pack thought either. How many loops are out there just going, I'm wanting to close, but I'm open. Louisa shall indeed do something that I said. Don't know what that would be. All right. So watch your language is what I'm saying. And see how many times you say crazy. And try the word fascinating instead, because it has a whole different energy. Crazy implies, as I said last night, and some of you are sleeping and snoring right now, and it's getting annoying, but I don't hate it. See? See how I walk my talk? I don't finish what I'm talking about, but I walk and walk and walk. So, and Steve, who was watching last night, really put it in, it really explained what this is, why fascinating is so much better. When things are crazy, it's like happening to you, and it's out of control. Like when you say things are crazy, it implies that all of this is going to happen with or without me, and there's just nothing I can do, and I'm just going to let it run all over me. And that's what it feels like. Right? Right, Bob. That's exactly right. That was my impersonation of all of you. What was I saying? Fascinating. That's right. You agreed and everything. Well, I'm going to have to regroup. I've got too many thoughts. I looked down at the candy. Let me finish this thought. This is a Linder, amazing chocolate. It's got cream inside. It's freaking awesome. I mean, it is luscious AF. Okay? It would be a great prize pack thing, except for the fact that if I put this in my pocket for even 5 seconds, it would become a laundry problem. And I'm sorry. When I hit age 50, I said, no more laundry problems. No one knew why I said it. I was actually in Hawaii at the time. True story. Well, it's true. I was in Hawaii. And we're walking along the beach. You get where I'm going. All right. So Jeffrey says that Emily Miller says that I'm a fascinating person. And we see what the joke is there. And believe me, we've been doing it a lot. Call me fascinating. Right? Try it. The vibe of oh, thank you. I connected the dots all by myself. Fascinating, rather than being sort of this victim, I'm swept up in it, out of control. Fascinating is a word of observation. You are looking, you're assessing what's going on, and you're observing it without emotional attachment and just going, wow, that's fascinating. It's fascinating how every car pulls in front of me, every intersection. It's fascinating how I keep catching all the red lights. It's fascinating, right? Instead of, this is crazy. WTF, huh? Huh? Where's the fun? That's what that means, by the way. Did you know that? Every time Tracy leaves the room, I expect some new weird thing to come in with her. Now, by the way, this is the captioning. There. Now you can actually read it. See, I wouldn't really call this a toy. What if I let go of it and it stayed floating in the air? You'd say, wow, that was a good trick. But it doesn't work because of gravity and stuff, see? And that thing is, that's actually, what the heck is this made of? Looks like it's painted wood, but then it sounds more like ceramic. Fascinating. All right, so now I literally have a pile of stuff here. But before we get into the pile, we're going to play the number game again. What is the number game, Bob? Well, I've never called it that, so you wouldn't know. But it's like this. You pick a number between 1 and 320. Not 1 or 320, between. First number I see on the screen is the winner. So, while we wait for that to happen, I'm going to recommend that everyone go to the grocery store, go to the cleansing section, and get one of these. If you don't have one of these, if you've never used one of these, okay, 11. We've got number 11 from Terry, and that is the one we will use. Right up here. Look at that. It's like an arrow. Perfect. See? See what happens when you're in the flow? Stuff just works. This is like a pumice stone. What? Look, I didn't know what this was until I was like, I don't know, over 50. If you've got a tub or a sink or a shower that gets those stains or dirty stuff, and you just like you scrub and it won't, and it's like, what am I to do? This is fascinating. Take this thing and you scrape it and you think, I'm going to scratch the tile, I'm going to scratch the ceramic, I'm going to ruin my wow, it's gone and looks look great. Everybody, trust me, this is like $4. If you've got the tough stains, I wish I could demonstrate right now. Let's go. I'm not gonna, but I could. I'm actually having my house cleaned today. So when she gets here, when this professional cleaner gets here, I'm gonna go up to her and say, let me give you a little tip. You ever heard of one of these? I'm gonna be real pompous about it and super condescending. I don't know if in your cleaning travels you... And then she's gonna pop me in the face with a mop. And Tracy's gonna video it. And that's gonna be next week's show. Just a loop of me being hit in the face with a mop. Oh, I should so do that. Did you exchange my coffee out already? I wasn't even... Is it cold? Did I make a face? Is this almond milk in here? Okay. These hippies, right? With their almond milk. She puts a little more sugar in than I do, which makes it like a dessert. What did we say I was going to talk about right at the beginning? Oh, cold coffee. Okay, so I'm changing the subject, starting right now. Now, you all know, and then we're going to get to number 11, okay? You all know that I enjoy my coffee, right? We all know this. If you know this, type, I already knew this. Yes, it's a pumice stone, Terry. I think those were the exact words I used. Sorry. I have a contract that at 8:30 every day I have to be a real jerk. I get nothing out of that contract, but I signed it. I don't know. You ever sign a contract? Oh, man, don't do it. Don't do it. All right, number 11. What was I saying? For coffee. This is awesome. So you know how you're drinking coffee. And if you're a coffee drinker, you know that coffee needs to be a certain temperature. If it's at some point, it's either coffee or it's iced coffee. But that lukewarm space in between, I don't know what that liquid is. It ain't coffee. It's horrifying. It's gross or whatever. And how about and we're just going to continue. So cold, especially if it has cream and sugar. Nori already knew this. If it has cream and sugar in it and then it gets cold, now in my mind, okay, the cream is all coagulated, not coagulated. I think there was a movie about an emperor that children can't watch. Coagulate, right? Anyone? All right. Coffee, right? So, and then there's when you leave the coffee on the burner too long, and it literally burns it. Now, you and I, we'd never drink this stuff. We never drink it lukewarm. Like when the cream ring has formed around the inside because you got like an inch and a half of coffee, and then there's the ring. That's nature saying, do not consume. Do not consume. That's nature. That's how nature talks. I know you thought Mother Nature probably has a more feminine voice. Nope. Thank you, Louisa. I actually knew that. I was doing a play on words. But then there's people who drink that stuff. They drink it burned. They'll microwave the coffee to heat it up again. Anyone done that? We have someone in the room raising their hand. When you microwave coffee, am I right? It's a completely different substance, and it's gross. Oh, Tracy says, could only find sugar in the raw, so sweeter than normal for some. Oh, so I'm drinking sugar in the raw right now? I thought I was drinking turkey in the straw. You typed that twice. Look at this. Yes? Tracy's raising her hand.
I got Facebook and YouTube going.
Oh, Facebook and YouTube. Right. See, I wasn't paying attention. Luckily, not in my contract to pay attention. That's why I have 15 topics that I have not finished up yet. Coffee. Number 11. Here we go. So this, of course, from the Conversation Piece book. A gift from our friend Sarah. Years ago. Here we go. Oh, this is a long one. I'm just going to read it without reading it first. Okay, so if there's any profanity in here, it's out of my control. Yeah, Louisa says microwave coffee. Yuck. I'm assuming that's what that means. All right, here we go. Now, this is we're going to talk about this. Otherwise, we're all wasting our time. Okay? Now, I could bring this up and give you my idea, whatever it might be after I read it. But it's going to be... Oh, yeah, that's right. Tracy doesn't use a microwave anymore. Unless it's an emergency, because she is a hippie. An almond milk hippie. But hey, if a hippie brings you coffee, hug the hippie. That's the title of my next book. All right. You're writing a mystery novel. Let's see if this works. Do I have reverb now? I'm going to pretend I do. You're writing a mystery novel revolving around people who are disappearing one by one from a particular state in our country. The title, of course, is an important part of the success of the book. The catch! You must name the book after one of the 50 states, presumably, but not necessarily the state from which people are disappearing. Think marketing. Which state would you choose for the title of your book? All right, maybe that turned off the reverb. All right, did you get it? So you're writing a novel about a state from which people are disappearing. And now you need to write a title of the book, and it can be that state, but it could be another one. So the question I have for you is, what state would you choose for the title of your book? And maybe you should tell us why. Because you could just write Alabama, and we go, okay. And that's it. So we need you to think about this a little bit. Now, while you're thinking, I'll share this with you. Well, I won't share it with you, but I'll show it to you. Now, what could it be? Some of you probably know. It is shaped like a person without a head. Or, I don't know what it's shaped like. Look, it's this. This goes up and down your spine and all over your body and gives you a little massage. And I think, was this a dollar store purchase or something? I thought it was. Anyway, it's not very expensive. It can't be. It's just plastic. Okay, Tracy, we're going to go with dollar store. All right, this is a happiness hack, my friends. This thing right here, even though you can kind of see through it because it's sort of green, that's why you're getting that crazy effect. I mean, the fascinating effect. See how that works? Fascinating works just as well as crazy, and it doesn't have the negative connotation and the energy. Every time you say something's crazy, you're just taking this energy and wrapping it around yourself, saying, "I want more crazy. Give me more crazy," because I'm speaking crazy into existence every time I affirm it, and there's a definite feeling around it. It's that overwhelm. See, I just taught you something again for free. So get one of these things or something shaped like it. Go up to somebody you don't know and just start doing this on either side of their spine. You'll get to know them soon enough. All right, do we have Nevada, Area 51? Louisa says. Okay, fair enough. I actually like that one. That one's like a legit answer. Where do we go from there? Obviously, it's the only one that is right. The mysterious mystery of the state from which people... Now, but see, Terry, you didn't follow the instructions. The instructions were, you must name the book after one of the 50 states. Presumably, but not necessarily the state from which people are disappearing. Think marketing. Which state would you choose for the title of your book? There's no state of the union called The Mysterious Mystery of the State from Which People Disappear. Where were you born? Outside of Chicago? Where? Outside? How far outside? Well, I was actually born in the mysterious mystery of the state from which people disappear. Oh, I know that place. Maine is the name of the book due to Stephen King lives there in Bangor. So Maine. I get that. So Stephen King is abducting people. Everybody knows this. Yep. Okay, yes. Tracy has pointed out, in a couple of weeks I have to dress up like an intergalactic person thing. I have to dress thematically, intergalactically. Now, I thought about this. Hold on. Now, I'm doing this in front of you so you don't get startled. All right, so, but this isn't really in and of itself intergalactic, but ow, there, now, still not really intergalactic. Now you add the hat, Spaceman, right? Hi, I'm intergalactic, nice to meet you. Normally I wear a ponytail, an intergalactic ponytail. So anyway, that's my costume for that. Just ripped my headphones off, so I can't hear anything you're saying. That's humorous because I never really can. It's a one-way thing. Like, I'm talking, you're hearing, I'm not hearing. But I am reading your comments, which say, put your glasses on because you can't see. I thought I'd lost him again. Boy. So yes, Louisa, on board and playing correctly. That is slightly fascinating, right? It would be easy to look at me wear that stuff and go, that's crazy. See, it was a test, and Louisa passed. Well, this is it without the makeup on. Without the clown makeup, right? Hello.
Hi.
What brings you here?
Your hand.
Ooh, that's a good answer.
Yeah, I'm pretty clever.
You got a big head. I guess there's a pretty big brain in there.
It's pretty big.
Where'd you get it?
I ate it from someone who I...
So I was in The Secret. And we're going to talk about that at this event called No More Secrets Live. See, I do this for the benefit of those of you who came in late. Come in late, Bob. Who would come? No one comes in late. They're here at the beginning. They stay throughout. And then they run away and go, that was fascinating. Right? Look, just go to this URL, will you? BobDoyleShow.com/secret event. Just do it. I'll wait. Are you there? Okay, now scroll down to where it says buy ticket. Bob, I can't be there. It's Las Vegas. So? Just buy a ticket. I'll send you something. Maybe we could record it, and if you buy a ticket, we'll send you the recording. Did you see me? That was I'm consulting with my partner. Look, that was what that was. She gives a thumbs up. Just play with that. Oh, Tracy did a comment with a picture in it. Well, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, did that just happen by putting in the link? Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. We learned something new today. You, me, it's all learning. It's not just me teaching you. We're teaching each other. Elephants are not reptiles. I can probably prove that in one of these books that is too far over the side for me to reach. But here's a napkin with a thing. Last night's dream came true. What happened? It's a question for you, since you're not playing along with the state thing. Some of you are. They've been taken to Hawaii. Oh, they have been taken Hawaii. But why Hawaii? Oh, that's right. I can't hear you. Huh. I was going, why aren't they answering me? They're pretty rude. All right. What's in this box? Okay. I have something in this box that I don't know if you're going to be able to see because it has a certain amount of green to it. For that matter, you're seeing through this box in an interesting way. Now, frog. Wooden. Oh, are you with me? Everybody say it. Frog, period, wooden. Please, you guys, you just have to do what I say. That's the agreement of the show. I do this, you don't pay me, but you do everything I tell you to do. You go buy a ticket, you say the things I tell you to say, and then that's how we fill time. We've still got, if I do an hour, that means I've got 17 minutes. I'm going to need your help. All right, so now I'm going to open this box. Did you guys see Pulp Fiction? That's what. Here we go. Now hold on, there's a note inside. I'm going to read it to you. It says, thanks. God, I wish I had my music. I don't. I broke my music. You could have let the moment pass or looked the other way. Instead, you took the time to care. I thank you every day. BobDoyleVoice.com. All right, here's what's in the box. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's green, all right. It's a frog, and now look, that is that is fascinating. Look at that. Look at what's happening there. This is one magical frog, and that's why it's in the box. So it doesn't unleash its horrific terror on the world. Oh, sure, it's cute. But magic frogs, bad news. Across the board. Read. Thank you. You all are so awesome. Look, frog wooden, frog wooden, frog wooden. And Terry wasn't sure what to write instead of wooden. So she wrote what? She wasn't sure what to write. See, we have such a communication, whatever. All right, now it's time to meditate. This is the elephant meditation. Roll your trunk. This is if you're an elephant. Roll your trunk. Now unroll it. Roll it. Unroll it. Congratulations. You've meditated like an elephant. It doesn't take them so long. Although I will say, now, elephants, they never forget. So imagine how hard it is for them, potentially, to calm their thoughts, and yet they do it. All they do is they roll their trunk and unroll it 3 times, and they've meditated. So, if you're having trouble meditating, roll your trunk and unroll your trunk. Roll your trunk and unroll your trunk. So let's look at his chest. It kind of looks like he's either his heart is beating really fast, or he's about to have an alien. Yeah, that's where those come from. Ha! Hey! Ha! Yep. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell so that you don't miss a minute of this swell show. All right, so Terry says, what the? And now it's time for fill in the blank. Terry has started the game with what the, and now it's up to you to finish the sentence. What the? Now we need some music that goes, TikTok-y, like time passing, Jeopardy style, while you all are thinking, how could you possibly end the sentence? What the? What the Bob has gone fascinating. No, that doesn't work. Let's try some more. Yep. I got fascinating. You guys are so great. Now here's what I need you to do. I got one more thing for you to do. So you bought the tickets, you've done all the stuff. I need you to tell people about this show. No, I want it all to myself. I get it. But look, it's so much, isn't it so much more fun that we're all in this together? Right? It's almost like we're holding hands. Almost. So don't worry, germaphobes. You know who you are. You're not really going to be touched by anybody. Now, if you come to the event in Las Vegas, I can guarantee you're getting a hug from Tracy. That's the Bob Doyle promise. Like we said, whether or not you want it or not, it's going to happen. And I'm going to watch your face. I'm going to determine whether you liked it or not. And I'll tell Tracy later, they didn't. I know, but I'm going to do it anyway. That's what she says. But I'm telling you, the reason she's such an extraordinary connector is because she hugs people first. I know that because she told me so. But think about it. If you hug somebody, that changes the whole thing. They're going to be more willing to talk to you in an intimate fashion. They're going to share something. Everything changes. The difference between nice to meet you and hug, even if they don't like it, the shift has been made. It's unmakeable. Would you agree? I don't care if you agree. I care a little. No, I don't. Now, I really just checked in with myself. I don't care if you agree, because I've seen it happen over and over and over. We'll go out. People always shout, there goes John Chick. And we're like, no, it's Bob and Tracy. We'll go, and of course, it depends. I got to have the vibe. I'm a hugger, but I don't hug everybody. But if I feel it, what's really funny is when you hug guys and they go, bring it on in here, bro. Oh, you don't need to say that. We can just hug. We're people. Bring it on in, bro. Bro. That's a thing. Terry got booted off of Facebook. What? Anyway, we go places. I'll shake their hand. She gives them a hug. Male or female, doesn't matter. Who's having more conversation with this person? Who's having more connected? Who's exchanging numbers in no time? Who's standing in the background watching it happen? Oh, okay. So the sugar in the raw is all at the bottom of my cup. I'm drinking, I'm going, oh, build a sandcastle with that stuff. If it were sand. How are we doing? 9 minutes. Ooh, 9 minutes. 9 minutes. 9 minutes. 9 minutes. We'll just bring this into the mix because we've been talking. Hold on a second. Let's just look. It's a play.
Mom, wait for me. Mom, wait for me. Mom.
Okay, so then we wait for a second. Wait for a second. Come on.
Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil.
I don't know why it's Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil. Mom, Uncle Phil.
I can't do the mirror thing. I can't get the direction right. This is called a Beanie Boo. Remember Beanie Babies when that was a thing? Like, I do. Beanie Babies. Don't tear the tag off. Oh! And then parents would get upset when their kids played with the things. You can't get them. No. They're Beanie millions of dollars. I think Beanie Babies were like Bitcoin at one point. Truly. Think about it. Are you thinking? Everybody thought, get those Beanie Babies, get those rare Beanie Babies. You're going to be a billionaire, a beanie billionaire, a Beanie Baby billionaire. That's why everybody there wasn't hashtags back then. Otherwise it would have been hashtag BBB, not Better Business Bureau, but the Beanie Baby billionaire. All right, people had them in plastic bags and all kinds of stuff, and then there were rare ones. Rare ones. You know, the beanie tie was going, oh my God, we totally got these people. Let's just make 12 of these. We'll charge $8 million. And Rebecca will convince her mom that if she doesn't get it for Christmas, well, that she's out of there. And Rebecca's only 6. Where's she going to go? I mean, nearest family's like 4 states away. She's 6. She can't drive. This is just, it's just going to end in heartache. So, anyway, and then I guess we go, oh my God, I just got another refill of coffee. This is dangerous now. You see, I've always been able to control my coffee intake because I can't get up in the middle of the show and get more coffee. Now, 2 refresher cups of coffee have been brought to me. What?
Warm.
It's warm because you don't need to know this. It's still drinkable. It's on the hot side of warm. Title of my book after the one about whatever it is. A beanie boomer, right. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so then we all woke up from that thing. What are we doing collecting these things? And now you do garage sales and you got bags of them, trying to get rid of them for 50 cents. And then there's always one person, oh, wait, those Beanie Babies, you can sell those on eBay. eBay. That, right, whenever you do a garage sale, there's always one person. I'll put it on eBay. You can't just give that away. Put it on eBay. Somebody buy it. Facebook Marketplace. Can I just get rid of it? No. We got to be out of here in like 5 minutes. Come on. eBay's leaving money on the table, man. You know this girl whose cousin made like $300 on one of those things. Joke will all be on us if it all comes around again, right? Like 50 years from now. Like the Star Wars toys. I got really ripped off there. Although I did take them all out of the box because I'm a kid. I'm playing with them. I'm not buying Star Wars toys, put them on a shelf and go, one day. One day. No, I'm making animation. I'm making Super 8 animation movies out of them. If I can find those, I think I might have. I think my mom, the one we talked about before, the Tasmanian Devil, I think she got them all converted, maybe some of them. That'd be a fun thing on the show, right? Right here on this screen. Animation I did when I was like in 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. Before I went off to college and became a man. I did get my hair cut short in college. Before that, it was kind of not as short. Remember, I got that haircut, and the guy took like the longest I've ever had a haircut take. Because I was used to like going up the street, paying $12, getting a haircut, like I do now. But back then, it was like, I guess now that I'm in college, I should pay a stylist to deal with this, whatever. And so he's crafting like 90 minutes. It still looked like this, or whatever. But I felt taken care of. What does that mean? What's the lesson? The lesson is, waste your client's time to give them the idea that you're giving them more value. Take longer than you need to do a simple task, and charge them for it. Look, folks, at 8:56 every day I have an agreement to say something that I mean the opposite of. So that's why I said that. So 8:30 I'm a jerk, 8:56 I basically lie to you. So just put that on your calendar and then you'll know. Like, boy, that was a fascinating thing he just said. No, it's 8:56. Oh, all right, so what did he say? So don't do that. Do whatever he said. Don't do whatever he said do. Tracy's going to Burning Man next year. Her fingers are crossed. I'm looking at them. They're not. See? Well, now they are. I spoke too soon. Woodstock. What are we all talking about? Oh, Woodstock attending. Oh, Jeffrey. You went to Woodstock? Well, we need to get you on the show one morning and just talk about your Woodstock experience. Come on, it'd be so fun. It's all about the haircut experience. That's what Terry says. And she should know. She's a beauty expert. For years, apparently. According to her Facebook. If you can believe anything on Facebook, which I said I was going to do a show today, and instead I did this. So you can't always trust the internet. It's 8:58, somewhere between 2 and 1 minute away, 1 minute and 1 second away from the end of this program. I just want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you, even the people who haven't even watched this yet. Because look, time is an illusion, as you all know. It's all happening simultaneously. We're choosing our paths based on our energetic alignment with things. It's very important. You all know this. But if you don't, come to Las Vegas, September 20th. You can come in October too. We'll hang out. But September 23rd, it's a Monday. See how you know how Monday's normally like, ugh? Well, I'm here to un-ugh your Monday. At least the one on September 23rd. Just go to this page. Just go. Go. We're going to do another one, but you can go to this one until that time comes. Terry, that's just the opposite of what I just said. If it's on Facebook, it must be true. Because I think we just identified 2 lies in a row on Facebook. One from you. It's not true. Wait, it's not true that it's not true. That's what I'm trying to say. Alrighty. Me and my elephants are going to go home. I am home. See? I didn't lie. Truth Told on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So, will there be an Under the Tree today? I don't know. It used to be an everyday thing. Should I just get right back into it? Who knows? Tracy with the promo. Join us next week for more fascinating Bob Doyle Show.